My beloved child, come closer. I need you to listen carefully. Because there is something consuming your thoughts right now. Something you keep returning to. Something you keep analyzing. Something you keep trying to solve. Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe it's your future. Maybe it's money. Maybe it's your family. Maybe it's a decision you need to make. Maybe it's a prayer you've been waiting to see answered. Whatever it is, you have spent countless hours thinking about it. Replaying possibilities. Imagining outcomes. Preparing for worst-case scenarios. Trying to predict what comes next. And if you're honest, part of you is exhausted. Because worry is heavy. Worry steals peace. Worry steals sleep. Worry steals joy. Worry steals today's strength by forcing you to carry tomorrow's problems. But my child, what if I told you that the thing keeping you awake at night is not keeping me awake? What if I told you that while you are trying to figure everything out, I already see the ending? Because I do. I see the entire road. Not just the part you're standing on. I see every turn. Every opportunity. Every obstacle. Every answer. Every solution. Every door. Every connection. Every moment that has not happened yet. And today I want to tell you a story. A story that may change how you see your life forever. There was once a young boy who loved playing chess. Every weekend he would challenge people in the town square. Most of the time he lost. And every time he lost, he became frustrated. One day an old chess master approached him. The old man watched quietly for hours. Finally he said, "You keep losing because you're focused on the move in front of you." The boy replied, "Isn't that how chess works?" The old man smiled. "No. The best players don't think one move ahead. They think 20 moves ahead." The boy didn't understand. But years later he finally did. The masters weren't reacting. They were planning. They could see outcomes long before they happened. My child, that is how I see your life. You are worried about today's move. I already see 20 moves ahead. You are worried about the closed door. I already see the better door. You are worried about the delay. I already see the timing. You are worried about the obstacle. I already see the solution. You are worried about the ending. I already see the victory. My child, there is something I need you to understand. You were never created to carry the weight of controlling everything. You were never meant to know every answer. You were never meant to predict every outcome. You were never meant to solve every problem. Yet somehow you keep trying. You keep carrying responsibilities that belong to me. You keep carrying fears that I never asked you to carry. You keep carrying worries that were never yours to begin with. And because of that, your heart feels tired. Your spirit feels heavy. Your mind feels crowded. My child, imagine carrying a backpack filled with rocks. At first it's manageable. Then more rocks are added. Then more. Then more. Eventually the weight becomes unbearable. Now imagine that every rock represents a worry, a fear, a regret, an unanswered question, a future problem, a past mistake. How far could you walk before collapsing? Not very far. And yet many people live exactly like that. Carrying burdens I never asked them to carry. There was once a traveler walking through the mountains. As he walked, he heard rumors about a dangerous bridge ahead. People told terrifying stories. Stories about the bridge collapsing. Stories about travelers falling. Stories about disaster. The more he listened, the more afraid he became. For weeks he worried. For weeks he imagined terrible outcomes. For weeks he lost sleep. Finally he reached the location and discovered something surprising. The bridge had been rebuilt years earlier. It was stronger than ever. Safe. Stable. Reliable. All the fear, all the stress, all the worry had been about a bridge that no longer existed. My child, how many times have you done the same thing? How many times have you suffered over things that never happened? How many times have you feared outcomes that never arrived? How many times have you carried anxiety about problems that never became reality? The enemy loves to make people suffer twice. Once in their imagination, and once in reality. But often the reality never comes. My child, imagine a giant room. Inside that room are thousands of doors. Each door represents a possibility. A future opportunity. A future blessing. A future connection. A future breakthrough. Now imagine spending your entire life staring at one closed door. The door that didn't open. The relationship that didn't work. The opportunity that disappeared. The dream that fell apart. While staring at that one closed door, you fail to notice thousands of others waiting to open. That is what worry does. It narrows your vision. It convinces you that one disappointment defines everything. But my child, one closed door does not determine your destiny. One setback does not determine your future. One mistake does not define your life. Your story is much bigger than one chapter. My beloved child, there are things heaven already knows that you don't. Heaven knows who you're going to become. Heaven knows where you're going. Heaven knows which prayers are being answered right now. Heaven knows which opportunities are approaching. Heaven knows which blessings are forming. Heaven knows which doors are preparing to open. And heaven knows that your story is far from over. You are worried because you can only see today. I am peaceful because I can see forever. You are worried because you only know part of the story. I am peaceful because I wrote the story. One day, not long from now, you will look back. You will remember this season. The worrying. The waiting. The uncertainty. The sleepless nights. And suddenly you will realize something. The thing that consumed your thoughts never had the power you gave it. The future turned out differently than you feared. The answer arrived. The door opened. The solution appeared. The breakthrough came. And when that happens, you will laugh. Because you will finally understand that while you were worrying, I was working. While you were stressing, I was preparing. While you were doubting, I was arranging. While you were waiting, I was moving. Type, I release my worries to God. Share this message with someone carrying anxiety about their future. Subscribe for more God-inspired messages designed to strengthen faith and bring peace. And remember, the thing you were worried about today may already be solved in ways you cannot yet see.